First and foremost, 4 points after 2 games in the space of 3 days. How are the lads feeling after that? Because there's 2 big away games.
Yeah, I think it's a great return. Obviously 2 tough away games, and I think if you would have said before 4 points out of the 2 games, you would have been happy with it. Tough place to go the other night, Aveley, after a good result against obviously Farnborough. But I think all the lads have done well, and we dug in and come out with a point at Aveley, which, looking at it now, it's a good result.
In terms of squad rotation, obviously you had a rest as well. Did you feel that was needed, or was it just a bit of man management?
I think with the squad we've got, whoever steps in can do a job and can do well. So obviously, fortunately, I was able to have a little bit of a rest. Obviously, coming back from an injury, it wouldn't have been beneficial to play Saturday and then Monday. So it kind of worked out well.
How are you feeling now?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, obviously, it wasn't injury on Monday. It was just sort of a little rest, and I feel good now. So ready to go again. 2
home games in a row, starting with Welling, who are actually in a lot better form than the table might indicate.
Yeah, I think we said this morning, I think they've lost 1 of the last 9 or something like that. So obviously they're scrapping and they're fighting to stay in this league, and like you said, they're on a good bit of form. So we won't be taking it lightly and be looking for the 3 points.
What difference does it make having 2 home games in a row now?
Massive. I think obviously when you come back to Hewish, it gives us a real boost, and you can see how much we enjoy playing here with the atmosphere in front of the fans, and it's a really good place to be at the minute.
In terms of your own season, how it's gone so far, we're discussing your 9 yellows at the moment. Does that make your game slightly more cautious going into the next few matches, or is that not really in the back of your mind at all?
Yeah, no, it's probably a bit of stupidity from me to pick up that many. I think it has got a lot harder now. You do get cautioned a lot more easily, and some real silly ones in there, but it will be in the back of my mind, of course. I'll try and do what I can not to pick up that 10th one and be out for a couple of games, because I think it ends on Saturday. So yeah, it will be in my mind, but I'll try not to play my game any differently.
I think Matt's in the same position as you, isn't he?
Yeah, I think we're 2 quite hot-headed players, and just give 110% every game. So we do get caught up in it a bit sometimes, but it's hard not to.
And as the season's rolled on, I know we've discussed the points gap, and Chelmsford obviously losing on Monday night was big in terms of increasing the points gap up to 12. As a group of players, do you discuss when you could have the title wrapped up, or are you trying not to get too far ahead of yourselves, if you would?
Yeah, I won't lie to you. There's obviously like little bits of talk and stuff like that when we can do it and stuff like that, but it's not been over the top, and there's not been too much. Me personally, you do look at like the other results and stuff, but I think it's just the next game, and you just want to keep winning. I say, like, even if we was to do it early, you just want to keep going. You can't go out there and, do you know what I mean, take your foot off it a little bit, because it wouldn't be fair on anyone to do with the club, fans especially, and stuff like that. So I think you just keep going 100% till the end of the season and see where that puts us.
One player who doesn't get too many mentions is Joe Day, actually, in terms of, because you guys are very good going forward, but actually as a keeper, how solid has he been for you this season? You made a brilliant save towards the end of the game against Aveley.
Yeah, massive. I think since he's come in, he's brought a real calmness behind that back line. He's obviously a very experienced player, and you can see that he just brings a real calmness, and he's been great for us, and he's a great lad as well. So around the change room and stuff, he's improved us massively.
Well, good luck for next year.
Thank you. Cheers.
You've been quite successful in your career. You've had a decent career so far. How do you you're very experienced, do you keep the less experienced players around you level-headed going into this run-in? You know, some of them have not won titles before and have not been in this situation.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone in there that would get too carried away. You've got I class myself as probably one of the middle ones, really, not old, but I've played a decent amount of games, so I do class myself as experienced now. And the younger ones that are full of energy, enthusiasm, you just want to kind of let them get on with it. I don't think any of them really get carried away, so there's no one you really need to speak to too much, to be honest.
would there be a little bit of the team that would think Weymouth away to win the league would be absolutely lovely?
Yeah, of course, it'd be great, wouldn't it? And I haven't looked myself like when it could be done mathematically or anything, but if that was to happen, then great. But we'll just see where each game takes us.
Cheers, Tony.
Thank you.